What are you still waiting on? What are you still waiting on? That flip, no, that flips it. Retouch on, okay. And, all right. So I'm live on YouTube. Let's see what happens. It's like a completely eggplant, squash, and green beans. Oh, yum. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Now I need to find mute that one. There we go. Hi, Carly. How are you? I love your middle name. Absolutely love that middle name. A little bit partial to it. A little bit partial. That's okay. So let me... Why not? Done. I don't need green screen though. How do I turn that off? There we go. That's how I do that. I'm learning. I am learning how to do multiple platforms at the same time. Just to see. Some comment didn't go through. Somebody's comment didn't go through. So now I can pop that out. How are you, Holly? How has your day been? Ah, that's how I see the comments. Okay. Gotcha. So I am doing multiple platforms.
With Squarespace, you can do more than just build a website.
Shush.
You can build a...
Shush, shush.
Much more.
Hey, Autumn, how are you? Now I gotta figure out where that one went. There it is. That's the one I want. So that I can see comments on that one and have that one go back to that. I'm learning, guys. Learning with spirit how all of this works. How to be able to have more engagement, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. I am doing readings for... I'm good, Charles. Charles, how are you? How are you? I need to get that so I can read it. Let's see. There we go. Now I've got comments. So yeah, it's been a good day. Been a good day. Went for a walk, had hey Jameson, how are you? How's your day been? Oh, I know how I can do that, but I don't know how for sure. Good. I'm glad you're good. I am also on the TikTok and on YT. Trying it out. Why not, right? So, who wants a card? Who has a question about where they're meant to be on their journey, what they need to look at? Tracy? What does Tracy need to know? What does Tracy need to know? Oh, the air conditioner just kicked in. Burr. The ego. The ego is holding back the creative energy. Your own limited belief systems are doing that. Does that make sense? So, Tracy, what part of you are you neglecting? What part of you are you neglecting, Tracy? You're neglecting a part of yourself in your ability to take that next step, but you are resilient in wanting to take that next step forward. Does that make sense? It's like you're neglecting something within your being. There you go. Yep. So, hi, Crystal. How are you? What do you mean, WTF? What do you mean? So, Tracy, put yourself on your values list. Put yourself first, because you are the most important person in your life. Nobody else is as important as you are. Absolutely nobody else. I'm on 2 platforms, if that's what your problem is. So, Kara, what's holding you back? Let's see. What's holding Kara back? What age, first off? Your 3-year-old self is saying, I'm worried. Your 3-year-old is saying, I'm worried. And that one didn't get shuffled back in. Let's see. Is it something that you have interest in and then you don't have interest in it, and then you have interest in it and then you don't? You just kind of wiffle waffle in it? Does that make sense? So sometimes we have to be patient and let spirit do its thing. Okay? Spirit's going to do its thing. And when it is time for that, the inspiration is going to come. But what is it? What is it that is creating you to... Yeah, your 3-year-old is worried that you're going to be either reprimanded or told, I'm not good enough, you're not good enough, or something like that. Does that make sense? Last one you completed literally took 10 years. Hey, Andrew. So what you're going to do, Kara, is you are going to take your right hand, your right wrist, second position, nice and deep. I'm worried. I'm worried that I'm going to be told I can't, or that it's not good enough. Okay? Hey, Andrew, how are you? Anybody over here want a card? Got a question? That age, you always compared yourself to your older sister, who at that time was okay. So you have to look at the comparison. You have to look at the comparison at how you compared yourself to your sister, because she was so much better than you. That's absolute bullshit. But the little is the one that's believing that, not you. So you have to, again, R2S or R2D. I'm not good enough. Look at I'm not good enough. Okay? Look at I'm not good enough. And as you do, what's going to happen? What's going to happen as you look at that? Yeah, trust in Earth's magic. Trust in Earth's magic. Be in that zone of, oh my God, this is amazing. Let your little out of her cupboard. That's what I'm hearing. Let the little out of the cupboard. And as you do, as you listen to her tell her story, it's going to be a whole lot easier. It's going to be a whole lot easier to take that next brush of this stroke of the brush. It's going to be a lot easier to be able to do that and to be able to see things for what it is. I wonder. Here we go. Wait, that's the wrong. Reconnecting. There we go. So you've got this, Cara. You've got this. And this is absolutely astounding, astonishing, and amazing. And I just kicked myself out of that, I bet. There. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm learning as I go, guys. Learning as I go. So, Jameson, are you still here? Are you still here? Some people, I swear. Remove that one. There we go. So, what is it that we need to know? We need to know that we need to embrace ourselves softly. And as we do that, we begin to balance ourselves. And we let go of the self-hatred that we keep doing. As we become this creative force within ourselves, sometimes there's going to be some intensity. We have choices to make. We get to make all of these choices as we embrace grace. Okay? We embrace that grace. So, Nikki, are you still here? Are you still here? All about self-worth. All about self-worth. So how does this guy treat you? He treat you like a partner, or he treat you like an object? How does he treat you? So why do you feel like this won't last? Why do you feel like this isn't going to last? Why do you feel like you're not worthy of again, self-worth? Self-worth. Seeing that you are worthy of unconditional love. So let me ask you this. When you were a little kid, did you have either parents or siblings that said, you're not worthy of this? Okay, so what you're doing is you are taking those past relationships and you are trying to make this person fit into, that same mold. No matter how you do it, it's not going to fit. Does that make sense? So that part of you is petrified that, oh my God, he's going to treat me just like she does. So, left wrist, first position, nice and deep. Index finger in the palm. Wrap those three around safety, security, and stability. Palm on your forehead right here. Fingers on top of your head and sit with that. Oh my God, I'm not worthy of this. Heal that out. You are worthy of healing. Every single one of us is worthy of healing. And we can begin to see things so differently. So differently from the way we had in the past. By being our authentic self. Being our authenticity. Hi, Ken. How are you? Oh, what do you think? What do you know? What are you doing? Oh, kitten. Oh, kitten. Oh, kitty cat. What am I going to do with you? What am I going to do with you? You're in the way. She's like, I don't care, Mom. She's like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm going to sit here and take up the camera. All right, kitten. You can do that. All right, kitten. You can do that. Purification. Purifying who we truly are. Purifying our soul. Letting go of the things that no longer serve. Hi, Barb. How are you? How are you? Hey, Doug. How are you? We are meant to amplify our light. Meant to take and amplify our light. And trust where we are on our journey. Trust that we are able to take that next step forward in who we truly are. Hi, Shannon. How are you? How are you? How has your day been? Time to be patient with ourselves. We need to have a little bit of patience. A little bit of trusting who we are. Being able to look at life and see that it's not as bad as we think it is. Hey, Sarah, how are you? How are you? How's your day been? How's your day been? What have you gotten up to today? How are you treating yourself? Let's see. Copy that. Go there. Go there, go there. Paste. And go. Hi, Lisa. How are you? How are you? How's your day been? Who's over here on YouTube? Who's got questions? Who wants to know what their soul is asking for? Time to take that next step forward in our life and be able to look at things differently and not be manipulated anymore. It's time to let go of that manipulation and instead of manipulating, have compassion. And as we have compassion for ourselves, we learn how to trust in ourselves and find that self-worth that is truly within us. And we learn to embrace grace, embrace who we are, and be able to look at things differently. Begin to see things for what they are. Here for TikTok. How are you? We have to look at the mirror. And as we're looking in those mirrors, we're finding who we are on the soul level and being able to see things so differently. Learn to see the programs, learn to see the patterns, so that we don't have to feel like we need to live in scarcity, so that we can fulfill our dreams. And we learn to tell ourselves the truth. And as we do that, we find the wisdom within. We also learn how to be patient with ourselves and know that it's okay to do so. And it's okay to be strong. It's okay to be strong. And as we find our strength, we learn how to rejuvenate ourselves through the empowerment of enlightening ourselves with new information. We learn to embrace grace as we make the choices that we need to make within ourselves. And sometimes we're going to find this intensity as we are working through the things that we need to work through to take back our life force energy. And as we take back our life force energy, we end up propelling ourselves forward on this journey as we attune ourselves to our heart song and we come into the right alignment of the knowing of who we are on a soul level. The enlightenment is what this is all about. Letting go of the judgment that no longer serves. Let go of that stuff. As we take those bold steps forward with confidence and know that we are safe in who we are. As we are purifying ourselves through healing, we end up integrating those past pieces of ourselves that we ripped out so long ago. We learn to love ourselves wholly and fully as we manifest what we truly need and want in life. We begin to see the creativity, and we get creative again. As we learn how to connect to our higher self, we learn to sit in our bubble of peace. And as we sit there, we realize that we are unshakable. We are unshakable. And it's time to take our power back from the shadows and the secrets that are hiding within ourselves. We have to have courage to look at those. We have to have courage to look at those. And we need to be precise with what we're saying, feeling, thinking, doing, and being. Okay? Because we're finding that soul's wisdom within ourselves by letting go of the anger that no longer serves. We learn to trust ourselves and embrace ourselves softly as we unify the masculine and feminine parts of ourselves within ourselves. Time to take flight. Time to take flight and be transparent with ourselves, because we are going to be tested. We're going to be tested. We're going to be challenged. And as we're tested and we're challenged, we're going to have to step up and take off the masks and be our authenticity and learn how to accept ourselves for who we are and be that unconditional love for ourselves that we believe we have to have from the outside. Time to stop playing the victim. We don't need to play the victim anymore. We need to have a little bit of empathy for ourselves and become self-aware. Become self-aware of who you are. Be honest with yourself. And as you're honest with yourself, you're going to realize that you don't have to be ashamed of yourself anymore. And you get to make all kinds of choices. And one of those things that you can choose is fear. Or you can choose love. But embrace your uniqueness. Embrace that unique tie-dyed elephant part of yourself. Embrace that part of you. And as you do, you're going to find that harmony within. And as you find that harmony within, you're going to find the joy within. And you're going to learn how to expand who you are on a soul level. But you have to have the willingness to do so. As the masculine and feminine are united within yourself, you're finding your wholeness, and you learn how to get out of your head and back into your heart by trusting your own intuition. And as you do that, you begin to balance within yourself, and you begin to use discernment instead of judgment. You find the insight. And as you find the insight, you find the freedom. As you begin to live in the now moment, you begin to release the blame and the shame. As you get outside and ground, connect yourself to spirit and the precision. The perception. Ooh. How are you looking at the world? Through your survival mindset, ego mindset, or spiritual mindset? How is it that you're looking at the world? Stop denying yourself anything. Stop denying yourself peace, love, joy, harmony, space, me time. And let go of the pain that no longer serves as you're clearing out those old belief systems that no longer serve. You learn how to amplify your light as you begin to remember who you truly are on that soul level. You find clarity through healing. And know that your voice is important. and that you're building your foundation of safety, security, stability, serenity, sanity, and space, which is your freedom. You find your heart song. You find that heart song within yourself, and you find more clarity and awareness as you forgive others for what you have received has hurt you. It's time to take that next step forward and forgive them, not for them, for yourself. Get your life force back. And as you do that, you're going to let go of the self-hatred and follow the flow of spirit and begin to rebirth yourself as you see the light of hope at the end of the tunnel. You begin to look at things from all different perspectives. And as you sit in the stillness, you're going to be unearthing those things that are ready to be healed. As you're looking at the mirror of yourself, you're going to be able to see these things and trust the earth's magic. Remember, there are always doorways and possibilities that are coming up as you take back your power and you find your self-worth. You trust in yourself by having compassion for yourself. You no longer need to be manipulated by anyone or manipulate anyone. You become creative within yourself by letting go of the addiction of whatever emotion is plaguing you with that, by being the light of hope within yourself. Does that make sense to anybody? That is what I call story time. That is story time that helps to tell us what we need to look at, what we need to work on, where we need to go, and where we need to focus on being able to remember who we truly are on a soul level. Does that make sense to anyone? Okay, how do I... No, that's not what I want to do. Hi, Daniel, how are you? Yes,